Turning to Channel 4, I'm genuinely puzzled. Your predecessor, Minister, and indeed Ministers, the previous broadcasting Minister, took the view, which I will take therefore as the departmental view, that, as you set out, Channel 4 is clearly strong and viable today, but it's an uncertain market out there, everything's changing very fast, and so it might not be viable in 5-10 years' time, something like that, which is a point of view. But Channel 4 is a commercial operation. Channel 4 itself says, yes, we've looked ahead in the future. We know as well as anyone how the digital world is going to change, and we think we are viable long term. So just as a point of principle, why do politicians and civil servants think they've got a better view of the future commercial market than a commercial operator? Because you and I, Secretary of State, that offends against every canon of what we believe. Commercial operations know about commerce better than civil servants or politicians, don't they?
Well, that may be your opinion. I couldn't possibly comment from where I'm sat, but no, I can't. I think it's right that a public service broadcaster, in the rapidly changing digital environment that we're in at the moment, I think the future and the longevity of that broadcaster should be brought into question and should be, particularly when it's a receipt of taxpayers' money, it is our responsibility to evaluate whether taxpayers are receiving value for money and whether that model is sustainable in the future. I think it's absolutely right and proper that we should do so. And that is the process we're going through. So I would argue that to say that just because Channel 4 has been established as a public service broadcaster and just because it's in receipt of public money, we should never kind of audit the future of Channel 4 and we should never evaluate how Channel 4 looks in the future and whether or not it's a sustainable and viable model. It's quite right that the government should do that.
But Channel 4 is not like the BBC. It's not in receipt of licence fee money. It makes its money from commercial operations.
And so, although it's,
I mean, there are a range of views. Obviously, Channel 4 has taken a particular position on the future.
So can I just say that the discussions about what we do with Channel 4 and how we evaluate Channel 4 also happened before I arrived in my post. I've picked this up. And I feel, just so I was looking to Sarah to clarify what you just said on the funding. I've picked this up as a live issue in the department, and I think your question to me was, do you think it would be that Channel 4 should just continue, that we as politicians and civil servants shouldn't have a say in the future of Channel 4? I think as a public service broadcaster, it's our responsibility to check the viability, as we do in the same way. We do it in a different way with the BBC. We have the mid-term review, the charter review, the licence fee settlement. So the BBC is under scrutiny almost constantly, and Ofcom. So the BBC is heavily regulated and heavily scrutinised. I think what we're doing in terms of looking at the future of Channel 4, where we're kind of doing the same thing. Is this going to be viable in the long term as a public service broadcaster? And that's all we're doing. I know there's a lot of speculation about the decisions being made. We're going to privatise Channel 4, but we're evaluating the future of Channel 4 and whether it's a sustainable model. A decision hasn't been taken. When we get to the point of possibly taking a decision, when we get to the point of considering all the evidence, then we can probably have this discussion then. But at the moment, I think it's right and proper that we evaluate the future of a public service broadcaster.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm glad you're so firm that the decision hasn't been taken, because